So, yep, let me share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see it.
We can see it now. Thank you.
All right. So, before I start my sharing, I would like to thank everyone behind Ace Commerce Philippines and everyone behind the program. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. All right. So, our topic for today will just be quick and straightforward. All right. So, let me first start by sharing, of course, my story. All right. So, ever since I was young, I've been interested in entrepreneurship. That's why in everything I do, I try to relate it. So yeah, as you can see here, as an example, um, bata pa lang ako, mahilig na ako sa kape. So yeah, I've been a coffee addict ever since I was young. So as you can see here, whenever there would be an event on our school, I would join and make coffee as well as sell coffee. So yeah, I've made sales by doing this, and I've shared my coffee with other people. I've shared value, and I've shared relationship with other people through coffee. So yeah, besides that, I've also leveraged from my other skills, such as, as you see here, me singing and playing instruments. And yeah, I've made money from this as well. And that's you know that's when I realized that I want to make something out of my own creativity, out of my own hands, and share it to other people, share relationship, and make values. And so years after that, I went back to the Philippines for college, and that's when I decided to venture into different businesses. And example would be the first picture, seven-figure company. It is a business that I established before. It is mainly focused on advertising for small businesses. So I reach out to small businesses in my city here in Pasig, Philippines, and then I help small businesses find prospects as well as boost their brand recognition online through Facebook ads. So yeah, it didn't work out because I had no clients after a few months, and I had, I was not happy with what I'm doing. So I decided that maybe I'm just wasting time. So I decided to end it. And the next thing is I started as well selling branded clothes and branded shoes. And then, I made money as well in this one, but, I'm not satisfied with what I'm doing. And I was just earning money, but I'm not really happy with what I'm doing. And I can see that this is not something that I would do for the rest of my life. So that's why I decided to stop or end this business as well. As you can see, I even ventured into a toothpaste. If you guys are familiar with New Skin, let's not talk about that. But yeah, I've also tried to sell toothpaste. I've made money as well, but this is not, again, something that I like, something that I love. So I really, I immediately stopped because I know I was not happy with what I'm doing and with the results, And then after a few months of thinking, I thought, why not make something out of my own passion, right? Which is coffee. And that's how Abino Coffee was born. So we started as a seller of coffee in tea bags. And then everything was great. I was using direct selling from my schoolmates as well as young professionals that I know, and using Facebook and Instagram to reach out to other customers. And then pandemic happened. All right, so I stopped selling. I stopped selling coffee in tea bags, and then that's when I thought, is my business dead? Is it really this quick? And then I saw demand and the potential to coffee beans trading. And then after that, I decided to sell some coffee beans. And because there's a lot of people brewing at home, and they cannot go out and go to their favorite coffee shops, local coffee shops. And that's why not bring something, that they love to them, like deliver it from their doorstep. So that's when I ventured, and everything was great. um, um, I made money, and that's the first time that I've made money that huge. So everything was great. The brand was getting recognized. Everything was great. It feels like that everything was right. And then something happened. You know, there's this issue in the Philippine coffee market that there is fake local coffee beans being sold in the Philippine coffee market. And then when I explored, and there's this something I can give you a hint from the it's called Sagada Coffee. And then I looked at my menu, and then I was selling Sagada Coffee. But there are issues that there are fake local, fake Sagada coffees being sold in the Philippine market. And then that's when I contact my supplier, and then I ask, where are we sourcing our coffee beans? And you know what? They cannot they cannot give me straight answer where, because I want to know where and who, right? So who are the farmers, something like that. And because I've been mentioning support local coffee and all of that, and then upon my investigation process, I learned that I was one of them who are selling fake local coffees. So what did I do? I stopped. I immediately stopped selling those coffee. It's a huge loss financially in my business, because when you're inventorying for a business, you do not only buy small amount of we buy in bulk, right? So that's a huge amount of money. That's a loss, right? So but I can choose, right? I can choose to sell it and then not tell that it's not a legit coffee, a local coffee beans. But I did not do that. um because I was thinking I cannot sleep at night knowing that there are two main people that I was fooling, for example, which is the customers, right? So if I chose to continue selling these fake local coffee beans, the customers don't get the worth of their money, right? So they keep on posting on social media, support local coffee farmers without them knowing that what they are brewing is not legit, right? So, and the worst part is the most affected people in here is the farmers, the coffee farmers, especially in Sagada. Because in Sagada, there's only a small coffee farm, and they can only produce small amount of coffee. And then how come that in the Philippine coffee market, we have a lot, hindi nauubos yung supply na nakikita natin online na ang daming binibentang Sagada coffee. How come na hindi nauubos if onti lang yung production, if onti lang yung napoproduce, right? So us thinking that we are really supporting local farmers, and we don't get to know their story na hindi talaga natin sila sinusupport, that we don't really buy their coffee, naapektuhan sila, di ba, right? Us thinking that we make their lives better, when in fact not, we are not doing that in reality, right? So um I can choose. I can choose to I can choose to stop the business, but I did not. Here comes what we call grit. It is the combination of passion and perseverance to achieve your goal, or to pursue your purpose in life, right? So, yeah, as I said, I can choose to end the business. I can choose to, I can still be passionate about coffee. I can still drink coffee. I can still, share coffee, make coffee for my family and friends. But I can choose to end the business because of what happened, right? But I didn't. That's what did I do? So what I did is I enrolled to sourcing directly to coffee trading, legit or the legal or registered coffee traders. And then I started reading coffee books, buying coffee books, as well as started watching free coffee knowledge on YouTube, right? Because it's for free. And then that's when I identified the problem. So the problem in here is that people are not knowledgeable and they are not aware of what is happening. So that's what I did. So what I did is I started hosting coffee classes and coffee events to other people, to the home brewers. But it is hard and I started doubting myself. And because I made mistake, I doubted myself that am I really an entrepreneur, right? Because at first I blamed the supplier, but it is really my responsibility as a business owner to know what I'm selling. So I doubted myself, right? So, but at first, as you can see on the first picture, there's only a three of us, right? Sharing our knowledge. I'm sharing mine, and they're sharing theirs. It's really, really hard if there's only a little support from people. Even if you want to do better, but it tends that the world is against you. It's really, really hard to be an entrepreneur, but then I didn't stop. From three people, it grew from four, six, and then eventually it grew to 300 plus people because my story, and I was being invited to talk about my story and entrepreneurship at prestigious universities here in the Philippines, such as FEU, De La Salle University of Dasmariñas, and UST, and more, right? So, and then what I really love about here is I don't just get to share my story, but I get to share their stories as well. And they get to hear from the story of these people, the farmers, right? So in Abino Coffee, we started as well interviewing farmers and share their stories online. Right? So we share this story so that a lot of people, or a lot of coffee home brewers who buy coffee products right now, especially na boom na siya ngayon, is for them to be knowledgeable as well, to share what I've learned and to share what I've kung ano ba nangyayari really happening with the Philippine coffee market. But then there's more. So hindi lang siya from 3 people to 300 plus people, to, I don't know, nationwide, because we are invited to share our story as well to Swak na Swak. If you guys know it, it is a TV show about businesses here in the Philippines, and yeah, it's a program by ABS-CBN, and yeah, I get to share the story of Abino Coffee as well as what is happening in the Philippine coffee market. And you can watch it if you guys want. You can just search for our YouTube channel, and then you can watch the full episode. But after all of what happened, there's only one biggest contributor, or the only person who will help you, whatever happens in your business, and that is you. So because if not you, then who, right? So we have families, we have friends, they can give you kind words, they can give us financial support and whatsoever, but at the end of the day, it is us who makes the decision. It is us, yeah, right? It is you who will, decide if you will give up or if you will continue, right? So no matter how hard everything that's happening, as we said, we entrepreneurs, us aspiring entrepreneurs, we have this what we call grit. It is, again, the combination of passion and perseverance. So hindi siya pwedeng passion lang, hindi pwedeng perseverance lang, right? So if you will study successful entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg and so on, they all have this in common. They have grit. We entrepreneurs, we have grit, right? So the important thing is you do not give up. Instead, just like in my example, right? I identified the problem, and then I provided a solution. It can be, it might not be the best solution, but at least we did not give up. But at least we did something, right? To make things right, to make to move forward, to walk forward. And that is important as an entrepreneur, to be a successful entrepreneur. So what's next with Abino Coffee? We plan to leverage from technology for our future plans. Right now, I cannot share with you guys, even though I really, really want to share with you how we are, how we will integrate technology in Abino Coffee. But I'm working on something, and I cannot share it until it is out there. But as much as I want to share it, yeah, why technology? Because dating yung panahon, maybe sooner, everything will be run by technology, and it is important in business because we might be left out, right? So if we will not, kung hindi tayo may kisabay sa something, especially technology, it has a lot of benefit and potential in business. If we will not leverage from it, tendency hindi tayo makakasabay, we will be left out, and we will mawawala yung business natin because yeah, so that's why I wanted to become a technopreneur as well. I don't want because I don't want to be just another coffee seller. I wanted to be more kasi ang dami na niyan ang dami na niyan. If we search, there are a lot of coffee sellers, but I'm not after that. I'm not after just earning money. I'm after making something valuable. I'm after making something so beneficial that will benefit the Filipino community, or might as well change the world, or might as well just change how we used to communicate with other people. No, the simplest things, that's the simplest things that we tend to forget. That's what I wanted to share, or what I share values with. So yeah, after all of this, after all that I've shared with you, it all boils down, and I mean, it has one common denominator. I don't know, guys, if you can, if you know that, but yeah, it is decision. It as entrepreneurs, as future business owners, we will make a lot of decisions, and no one will decide for us, right? So yeah, how did I say so? Let's go back, right? So when I was in high school, as I said, I did not just choose to be a regular high school student, but instead I leveraged from something that I know that I can do. I leveraged from my talents and skills, and then possibly create value and share it with other people, and make profit, right? So I did not choose to be just a regular high school student, but instead I decided to be more. When I go back here in the Philippines for college, I can choose to be a regular college student as well. But entrepreneurs, kating-kati tayo eh. We are keen to explore, go out there, right? Ganun yung entrepreneurs eh. And then, I can choose to, again, be a regular college student, but I didn't. Instead, I ventured into a lot of businesses, and even though they all failed, I did not stop until I decided to make something out of my passion, which is coffee. Again, that's decision. And then a lot happened, right? A lot happened. I made mistakes. The business made mistakes, and until now we are recovering. But it is again decision. It is your decision, my decision, right? So I can choose to again give up, stop the business, and just venture into another one. But because I have the passion and perseverance, as what we call grit, I decided to continue the business and make something more valuable to the farmers, to other people, design for humans, and share something that will benefit, and not just na kaming business na yung magbe-benefit, right? So again, it is a decision. So again, hindi tayo nagsistop with just that. But right now, we are making a decision of leveraging into something that would benefit in the future, which is technology. Right now we are working on something. We are not hindi kami nagsistop lang sa isang bagay. So we are entrepreneurs. It is important, the decisions that we make, right? The decisions that we make, and us making decisions, it is very important, and kasama siya sa lahat ng gagawin natin sa buhay, right? Sa lahat ng gagawin natin for our business, laging nandito yan, us making a decision. So, yun yung pinagkaiba ng entrepreneurs to most people, right? A lot of entrepreneurs, we are keen, right? We are keen to learning. We are keen to exploring. We have infinite curiosity, and we do not stop by just being curious. We feed our curiosity. How? And then, kasi, these entrepreneurs, if they don't have infinite curiosity, ma-acknowledge na yung problema, and then that's it. Okay, may problema, but No, entrepreneurs make solutions. And we do that. We entrepreneurs, we make solutions. And yeah, and as I end this talk, I want to give you guys, or I want to leave you guys these two questions, because these two questions help me and still helping me in making my best decision in business, right? So, what do you aspire to be, and what is your heart burning for? You know, because the answers to this question will be the foundation of your business, and it will help you in making decisions. It doesn't matter if you still don't have an answer, but what matters is you ask yourself every day. And maybe before you tonight, you would want to ask yourself, what do I aspire to be, and what is my heart burning for? All right. So until now that I know, I still ask myself, what do I aspire to be, and what is my heart burning for? Because sometimes, even though we know, iba yung ginagawa natin, right? So maybe we are in the wrong path, but us constantly asking these questions, it will help us remember. Now we are doing this because of the answers to this question. All right. So yeah, for us to move forward, and for we have to know why we are doing something, right? That's why these questions are very, very important. And I want to leave these two questions with you guys, and hopefully someday, or hopefully sooner, you can message me on my social media accounts or on my email, that you can share with me your answers to this question. So, right, again, guys, what do you aspire to be, and what is heart burning for? Once again, I'm Sophia Abino, and I hope you guys learned something from me. Thank you.